Hey, welcome to the second part of Mark Antony's speech, an excerpt from Julius Caesar. When the public became curious and asked Mark Antony to read the will, he tells them that if he read out the will in public like that he would be going against Brutus and Cassius and Casca, because if they heard the will, it would inflame them, it would burn them, and it would make them angry and revolt against these conspirators who killed Julius Caesar. Because those Roman public are humans, people. They're not made of wood, they are not stones. So when they hear how much Julius Caesar loved them and sacrificed for them, they would be angry. So he says, no, you better not hear the fact that you are his heirs, that you, the public, are the owners of all his property. I fear the daggers of these honorable men who had killed Julius Caesar. The public shouts that they were not honorable men, they were traitors. They were all villains and murderers. They were not honorable men. In this way, William Shakespeare uses pathos to convince the public against Brutus and his fellow conspirators. When the public pleads Mark Antony to read the will, he invites the public to come closer and have a look at the body of Julius Caesar. Now there was a cloak covering Julius Caesar's body. So Mark Antony picks up the cloak and tells the public, I remember this cloak. He was wearing this on the evening that we overcame the Nervii, that is the French soldiers. That evening in his tent, he was wearing this cloak. And then Mark Antony shows the public the scars, the stabbed marks on his body. Look, this is the place where Cassius stabbed his dagger. And this is the place where envious, the jealous Casca stabbed him. And this is where the beloved Brutus thrust his dagger. When Brutus stabbed him, his mighty heart broke. If we hear the whole story of Julius Caesar, you will find that Brutus was a close friend to Julius Caesar, a best friend. In fact, Brutus was his angel. They fought wars together, side by side. They protected one another. They were like brothers. They were best friends. When it is someone else or an enemy, we expect that they will hurt us. But we do not expect a betrayal from a trusted friend, a good friend, a brother or a sister. We do not expect that those closest to our hearts would hurt us. So also when Brutus stabbed Julius Caesar, and when Julius Caesar turned to see who stabbed, and then when he saw Brutus' face, his heart broke. Mark Antony says that when Julius Caesar succumbed to all this stabbing, and then when he fell down dead, the whole Rome fell with him. The public began to weep. So Antony tells them, oh now you weep? After seeing his wounds, do you feel like crying? Look here, he is lying here dead, stabbed by traitors. Antony has now won the favor of the public, so he can boldly, bravely tell them the fact that Brutus, Cassius, and Casca, they're all traitors, they're all betrayers. The public is filled with sorrow, sad at the death of Julius Caesar, and also at the same time, they were angry at Brutus and Cassius and Casca. Mark Antony convinces the public again, saying that it is not my intention to steer you into mutiny, to revolt against Brutus and his fellow conspirators. I do not know what personal grudges they had with Julius Caesar. Maybe they were jealous of him. Maybe they wanted to take his place. Maybe they wanted to take his wealth. Or maybe they were just jealous about the fact that everyone in Rome loved him more than them. I'm pretty sure they must have their own reasons, the reasons that can justify their act. I, Antony, am not a good speaker like Brutus. If I were like Brutus, if I were a good orator like Brutus, I would steer your emotions, I would steer your heart that you will fight for justice for Julius Caesar. But I am Mark Antony. I am not Brutus. I'm not a good orator. I am a simple, plain man. I only speak what is on my mind. I only speak what is the truth and nothing else. The only thing that I can do is show you my friend's wounds and speak about what he did. Hearing this, the public got enraged and wanted to avenge Caesar. In the beginning, we find that the public were supporting Brutus and the other conspirators, but now they wanted to avenge Julius Caesar. They wanted to kill them. Earlier, they were calling them honorable men. Now they called them traitors, villains. They wanted to burn their houses down. Brutus, Cassius, Casca, and other conspirators murdered Julius Caesar, and then came in public and justified their act. And the public were convinced. Now again, when Antony stands up and speaks speaks about the good things of Julius Caesar, the public is easily convinced, thinking that no, what Brutus did was wrong. What Brutus said is wrong. So public speeches can be very dangerous at times. The public is enraged and wanted revenge. Mark Antony asked the public, questions the public, saying, what has Julius Caesar ever done to deserve your love and affection? What has Julius Caesar done to deserve your avenge? Wouldn't you like to know what is written in the will? Antony reads the will that was sealed with Julius Caesar's seal. Julius Caesar had given 75 drachmas to every single Roman public. Apart from this, he had donated all his wealth, all his private arbors and newly planted orchards to the public for recreation, for enjoyment. Then he turns to the public and says, this was a Caesar. This was Julius Caesar. When do you think you will find another Julius Caesar like this again? They began to curse the traitors and then took Caesar's body to burn in the holy place and moved out to destroy the conspirators. In the end, we find Mark Antony speaking to himself, thinking, mischief, now I have helped you to awake. Take whatever action you can take. This means that Mark Antony is thinking to himself the fact that I have instigated revenge in the minds of this Roman public. Take whatever course you can take. Mark Antony uses pathos to persuade the public to avenge Julius Caesar. Pathos is an appeal to the emotions of the listener, to instill pity in the minds of the listener. By telling about the good things of Caesar and also by telling about the betrayal by his own beloved friends, by reading out the will of Julius Caesar and also reminding the public about the time when they adored Julius Caesar, Mark Antony wins the favor of the Roman public. I hope this video was helpful to you. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video.